You bet. Goodbye home run. Just inside the foul pole. Cooper Nicholson.
Power play making you look really smart right about now. That's how you get below a sinker. Watch him get the barrel below that sinker and talk about.
We'll have to get some diagnostics on that one. That had some velocity coming off the bat. It's a ground ball here to Barthol at second. And there are two away.
Well, and Scott Forbes feels like there's more power there. It's a team that's third in the league in doubles.
Yep, they're here at the Bosch. Ball doesn't quite travel as far. The designated hitter, Colin Hynek. And there it is, 1-2.
Pretty good one, too, right on the outside edge.
Late break. This is a real test for a freshman pitcher like Smolitz. You know, you give up that two-run home run, you lose the lead. Now, how do you respond to that?
That's right.
Mile high, and not quite that deep. Walker Mitchell puts it away, but we have a lead change. That's official. We're going with that.
Okay. I've seen a few homers sail over my head, and I'm just going to.
And this is going to get out of play. Barthol had a sacrifice bunt that put Mijos in scoring position in the first innings. And the 15th of the year for Barthol. Came into the Nixie stats. But the thing is, Barthol's really good at it. In fact, might be the best bunter in the country.
Well, I think it's
Start the third inning for the Chanticleers.
It's a couple ground balls they've had find holes.
Now batting third baseman number 5, Walker Mitchell.
Pretty routine ground ball, ends up being a base knock.
Walker Mitchell was a strikeout victim his first time up against Jackson Rose.
You don't see this a lot of three-hole. First of all, you don't see a lot of three-hole hitters with a goose egg in the home run column. And second of all, you definitely don't see how.
They're all physically similar, too. A lot of guys right around 5'11", 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. For this club out of the University of San Diego. Came down to Coastal and NC State.
It's one of their best sources of power, so he's going to get his A+ swing off. Already has an RBI in this game.
One-run game. Walker McDuffie came on in relief last inning. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, couldn't hold up.
Emergency hack there to stay alive, and the foul tip goes right into the glove of Winslow.
Here in recent weeks, we talked about him potentially coming back as soon as this weekend. Weiner has been a valuable bat.
The depth of your roster, that is part of the silver lining to losing pieces. And, you know, if
bat, Weiner goes down. And the inning is over. We have played 2.5 here in Chapel Hill. The Tar Heels
more, how should we say, cinematic than it's been for Georgia Tech for most of this season. They had to come back and
9-hole hitter Carter French leading it off here for North Carolina in the third, leading by a run. Tar Heels hosting a top 10 team. That one past them. It's 2-1. And the Yellow Jackets came into that series hitting .362 as a team. They hit .240. Deep second base, Barthol. Still has enough time for the first out.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a break towards the ball by Thorne. The hitting of Georgia Tech, and you talk about a Georgia Tech team that leads the country in runs per game, and they scored 11.
Rounded out to third. He is 0 for 1. They drew almost 12,000 fans for that series.
Game 3 of a home super last year. I know they don't like to talk about that around here, but this is a program that, again, back number 2 in the country here.
Of course, he took over for the great Mike Fox. He's been in this program a long time, 25 years, 6th as head coach. This might be his best team yet.
Certainly when you combine that with a top of the sport pitching staff.
So now Smolitz battles back, and that's the difference in the game right now. Outside, lost.
The miss almost always tends to be away to left-handers, in towards right-handers, and especially when he's
length to any of his starts. And this one is driven hard up the middle for a base hit for Gallagher. Schaffner will stop Carolina's approaching this right-hander.
Well, every veteran lineup is going to look a little more comfortable second time through, especially just with the unique.
Matt Williams is the pitching coach, but this is Kevin Schnall coming out, the 49-year-old reigning Sun Belt Conference Coach of the Year. Even a better coaching job than he did last year when he took them all the way to the national title series.
No, I love the question you asked him today about, I mean, that group, they were healthy in the front end of the rotation, the back end of the bullpen pretty much posted up every weekend, and it was a
Schnall say to the freshman.
Well, I'm sure this was just a, hey man, let's calm down. Let's realize with that sinker ball you have. I'm sure a reminder too of, hey, this is their best dude with runners in scoring position. What I'm sure he didn't say, Clay, was let's go get 2-0 in the count.
Good long way, left field corner. It's going to drift out of play. Owen Hall, only 4 home runs. Grand slam in that Georgia Tech series that we were talking about. He has 2 on here. Really changed the feel of
just a pretty spring night. And Owen Hole right here on a heater, 2 dudes on. It feels like when your messes up, and that's just part of being hot. And Owen Hole right there with a nice take. You can tell he is just really
would love to shoot a double play ball and get out of this inning. See the first time through the order. They go. Easy play, and that's a huge out for Jackson Smolitz.
Boy, Hall, 2 at bats, 2 rocks. Smolitz gets the job done, falls behind the count, but battles back to get a big out against a guy that doesn't make too many outs with runners in scoring position. Go ahead, get them on their heels a little bit. No, they got a lot of freshmen in roles that they didn't necessarily see back in August.
Two on, 2 out. And now it's 3-1. As Tazi again has to keep that from full count. Might have been at the top.
Yes. Suspense, I like it.
What an inning for Smolitz. We knew it when we heard it was Dollar Dogman. Popped up, first pitch, Domenico Tazi into right field, a challenge. And he has retired 4 in a row.
There's the changeup for the left-handers. It's just low maintenance reliever.
5th start of the year tonight. We knew he wasn't going to be in the game too long, just because there are just so many options available tonight for Scott.
Tomorrow, so he's going to get people in the games tonight. Not to mention you're playing a top-ranked RPI.
1 out to Pato, swung out and missed, strikeout. That is the 4th strikeout for McDuffie since coming.
You can just tell guys just don't get a good look at it. Don't let the innocent look fool you, Clay. That is a bad dude right there. That's his game.
Kobe Thorndike had a hard hit ball for a base hit. His first time up, went opposite field to left. 4th inning with a couple of strikeouts.
That is just, again, he is not there to be your friend, folks. A nasty changeup. McDuffie is.
He'd be an easy NIL sell.
Yes.
All right, so here we are in the North Carolina 4th inning. The difference in the game, that 2-run homer by Nicholson. He'll bat next. These Tuesday night midweek games,
top of the sport, but there is some pecking order points on the line, so to speak. And for Coastal, it's interesting talking to Kevin Schnall, because you think 5-5 in their last 10, and so even though that resume right there looks fantastic, and there's a bunch of things you could point to say, man, look at that here down the stretch. Not as much worried about the big picture so much as like how we're playing today is the way he put it.
Last time Smolitz faced Cooper Nicholson, he watched it fly over that
there is a sense of paranoia around that. Like they're only one day away from the whole thing, the bottom dropping out. You know, they're just
very pleasant to talk to.
Oh, amazing!
Just great guy.
He wasn't grumpy or he just you can tell there is a paranoia that he, again,
for a strikeout, second out here in the fourth.
Again, we haven't seen a ton of breaking balls, but that is a really good one. The ability.
2 outs for the left fielder Tyler Howe, who grounded out to second. He's 0 for 1. And